As-salamu alaykum, guys. Welcome to Spill with MIL&DIL.
Episode 7. Back with another
8.
week. Episode 7?
8.
Oh, episode 8.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't remember what episode we're on. Because we were supposed to stop at 6, yes.
Yeah,
Last week, 7,
8.
8. Episode 8. Guys, sorry, not 7. Okay, so what's our Islamic reminder today?
Yeah.
It's so cold, I'm actually freezing, oh my god. Okay, so today is Allah is the most merciful. He is always ready to forgive us. We just need to ask for forgiveness properly and pray to Him.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, I was having a conversation with Nafis about this, saying, yes, like I make dua like in my head all the time, or if I'm walking somewhere, I'll just make dua if I'm in bed. But actually, physically on the masala, making dua is such a more impactful way but then so is being in bed
and also Allah likes when you ask, and sometimes the way you ask He likes it, and sometimes when the dua doesn't get, we think that our dua is not getting accepted, and that doesn't mean that they're not gonna get accepted. It's just Allah likes the way you ask for it, and He wants you to ask again and again. So we should always ask to God, and Allah does give us.
And I think some people think we can't be selfish, but actually you can be selfish, saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I did this," or "Please forgive me," or "I would like this to happen in my life, and please guide me on the right path." You're allowed to be selfish because Allah is the one you're speaking to. I think that's the only time you should feel confident to be selfish in asking for something for yourself.
And always have faith. Don't ever think that it's not gonna be accepted. The dua is gonna be accepted here or hereafter. Yeah. But you just
it'll get accepted in one way. I saw this one picture where it was like, if it doesn't get accepted now, then it means there's something better for you.
Better for us.
If it still doesn't happen, then it means it will happen in the hereafter. Yeah. So it will happen, just it might not happen in this life, it might happen in the next life.
Sometimes people say that, and it's true, that whatever's not been accepted, when we're gonna get reward for those not accepted duas, and the reward we're gonna be so happy, and we're gonna say then that, oh God, you shouldn't have accepted any of our duas, and we could have get reward here. Yeah, it's like that. So we will be saying, Allah kare sadi koi bhi dua is kabul na hondi hai, then I'll better see, because of the reward we're gonna get. Yeah. Anyways.
But no, do make dua all the time for your family, friends, for yourself, for those who are suffering in this world, and
especially for the
Palestine. Yeah, I know. So definitely be making dua in every possible chance you can get. Anyway, so I was thinking today we should talk about so this is very common, I think, in our culture, you might agree, with like trying to get married, or a lady in particular, even men trying to get married with what's it called? A disability. So someone has a physical disability, or someone even a non-physical disability. So they call it a hidden disability.
That's right.
Yeah. And that can prevent them from getting married. I know, like maybe my generation might not happen as often now because people are more accepting.
It depends on the people's thinking and families and situations. It does happen, but like you're saying, it's more of knowledge, I can say, that people have in, and that's why they do get agreed to these things. But it used to be a lot happening before in my generation, that because of any illness, like physical or any other illness, the girl or the boy wouldn't be able to get married.
It might not even be an illness as such. We were saying how some people have like amputated legs or amputated arms, but they can do everything like I can do, like you can do, but because they don't have an arm or half an arm missing, then...
Oh, even I shouldn't say, because we all are Allah's creators. Yeah. Some people who thinks that their daughter or son's not beautiful, or as beautiful as others, then they think that
they're not good enough.
No, not good enough to get married, or they wouldn't the people who comes to ask for rishta or hand, they wouldn't accept it for that reason, which is so sad. We all are Allah's creators, and Allah created us, and we shouldn't.
But I'd want to say that there's those people who say, "Oh, she's not beautiful." They should look at their own sons, because they're not always that amazing looking. Like, yes, he's Allah's creation, but then if you're going to compare like that, then your son needs to make himself look nice. So then, if you want a beautiful lady, no one's going to want to marry your son if he looks.
And
if he doesn't
you don't
make
know
effort.
the inside of this person. Who you think that person is not beautiful, how beautiful that person is from inside. That, you know.
And also beauty fades away anyway.
That's right, one day it does fade, so we shouldn't concentrate on that.
And even like with a disability, not fades away, but like, for example, you know, someone who has an amputated arm, after a while you're going to get so used to it, you won't even realise that that's
and
part of
sometimes this happens as well, that if somebody doesn't have, for example, doesn't have hands, and they use feet. I've seen so many videos feet as well, and they are so, just for one thing they don't have, they have extra other knowledge, other things, like they can do even more better, even they from those people who have got their hands and stuff, and they do better things, and they have better lifestyle as well. So it's just depends, and we shouldn't be thinking this way, that because of that person doesn't have the leg, or sometimes the way they their appearance is.
It shouldn't matter, because where everyone is destined to be with somebody, Allah's made us in pairs, hasn't He? So there is someone out there for everyone. But unfortunately, in some situation, family will never go to, because they think, like, for example, if their son or daughter is unwell, or has a physical disability, or whatever it is, they don't even think about marriage for them, because they think, oh, no one's going to like them. So they're not even trying. They're already stopping that person from having a loving life, or even children
and
of their own.
And sometimes this happens that, some people do try, and after a couple of 3 tries, they just get disheartened, and they don't even, bother next time. We shouldn't give up.
We shouldn't give up. And, exactly. You just, like we were saying earlier, just trust in Allah that it will happen for you. It might take 10 years, it might take 5 years, but it will happen one day. And if it doesn't happen in this life, then again, it's always, they say, don't they, it could happen in the afterlife. But then they also, equally, when they're already, so like me and Afisa are already married, and God forbid something happens where I can't walk anymore, Nafis can't walk anymore, there are those situations, then their partner leaves them because they're not able to, they're like, oh,
it does happen. It does happen, like somebody has any kind of illness after marriage, and even they've got kid, and they'll leave them because of that. It's not their fault. That test came from Allah for them, for that person, and we should be having, cooperating with the person, and that's why we get married. That, for example, one person has any problem, the other person
can help them.
Need to be there for them. No, when they have problem, then they leave them, and they say no. That's for your rest of your life. You are partner. You are, living together. You should be facing. If happiness comes, you do it together. Why can't any sadness or any illness or anything happen like that? Then why can't we together?
Exactly. It makes it really sad, because there's so many girls. I don't know about men, and I'm sure there's many men out there as well who are in the same situation. There are a lot of girls, because of their looks, and because maybe they can't have children, for example, for any medical reasons. And then also if they have a disability of some sort. And I think it is more on girls than it is on men, because for men they think, oh, we could just find somebody else for them. But for women,
for these things, like they say that if somebody doesn't have children after marriage, it's because of the lack of boy.
Yeah.
But always for not having kids, girl gets accused. And same if they're not rich or they don't have dollar, they don't have money or they don't have good lifestyle, that is because of the girl's lack. And they
always blame the girl.
Blame the boy then. No, then they blame the boy.
For money-wise, finance.
Finance, because like in that is the opposite. If there is lack of money, then it's the girl's kismat. And if the children they don't have, that's boy's kismat. But
it doesn't matter.
Accused.
But it could be all the boys' fault. It could be all the girls' fault.
No,
it could be
because of the kismat. They say that was the
But you know what? There are some situations where the girl can't get pregnant, and it's not because of the girl. It's because actually there's something wrong with the guy, and then the guy has a really high ego, doesn't want to go to the doctors to get it sorted out. So then they blame the girls, because of you we can't get pregnant. Actually, baby, why don't you go to the doctors and get it sorted out? And it could be.
The reason we are talking about this, we want people to have the awareness that this is not, it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. These things what we talking about, like if somebody can't get married because of their looks or because of their, some have some kind of disability or something they have, it shouldn't happen. But it
does happen, because I had this thought in my head. Also, I've got illness, a disability or whatever, but it's a hidden disability, so you can't physically see. A lot of people look at me and go, "Oh, you wouldn't tell that you've got all of these health issues." So obviously, when we were looking for marriage and things like that, or even just me personally, not even my mum and dad, just me personally, I was thinking, what happens if someone doesn't actually want to. Because when I get really ill, it is really bad, and I could be ill for a week or two. And also sometimes I'm ill over a really long time, but I can still do things, but I'm still really tired and things like that. So I was thinking, what happens if nobody, like a guy, I need someone that's going to be there when I'm feeling really low. Yes, they can work and stuff, but I still need them to give me that comfort and things like that. And I would always think, I don't think I'm going to be able to ever.
It's not just the guy though, but even the families, because sometimes family have issues as well with this, that, if somebody does have this hidden illnesses, more than boy, the family might influence or, say something and which they can't, but
because that's what my mum and dad were, not necessarily for the guy, because I think a guy can kind of come around to it. But then again, like you said, will the in-laws be accepting of this situation? Because in my situation, it could be that I might not be able to have a kid. So then will the in-laws, not necessarily the guy, but will the in-laws, yes, the guy as well, but will they be okay that might not happen? So I had all of these things going on. And then I did have one point, I was thinking, what's the point of me getting married? Because it could be actually that I might not be able to give somebody everything that they want because of my illness. But again, I can't help that. That's just how Allah has made me, and I'm very strong. I'm very capable of doing everything I want in my life. But because of one or two things,
but you have trust in Allah that Allah have made you in pair, so it will eventually happen.
Well, for me, it was more not necessarily. I knew, also I want children and things like that, but that wasn't my issue. It was more so the husband actually just loving me for who
I am.
Not necessarily for having kids and stuff. Because yes, we can have kids other ways. We can adopt them. We can do things like that if we wanted children. But for me personally, as in, I wanted someone to love me for who I am and not just because they want to get married and have children. Actually want to be with me for me and accept all my flaws and my health issues and things like that. And it's the same with I guess for the guys, if they've got something that's going on, they might have a mental health illness, they might have depression or anxiety.
It's not just the girl has the disabilities or hidden illnesses or anything like that. Boy could have as well. But the thing is that girls, even if they want or they don't want to handle the situation or get married to the person, but that girl could be forced or convinced for that, but the boy side is a bit less going into that if the girl has the problem, no problem, I should say, any hidden problem, a health issue, but for the boys is even less than the girls.
Because obviously, for example, for having kids and things like that. And I think like this is maybe just more personal from what I've seen, is for a guy, if they see a girl and they go, oh, she can't give me kids, for example, doesn't matter, I'll just find somebody else. But for a girl, they can't do that because they are the ones giving the baby. They are the ones that are going to do all of these things. So they can't say to that guy, oh, okay, no, I'll just find another guy, because it's in them. So I think that it is, what I was saying earlier about it being more problems for girls, is because we have that extra layer that girls provide babies. So there's a lot of blame on us because of that reason. And if you do have a health issues, and it's not even just that actually, I mean, we will probably talk more on this a bit more further, but I'm just going to quickly say that if I have children and we're blessed to have children, my children may have my illness. So but then again, it's that thinking, for the dad to be, the husband, do they want that? Do they want their children to have an illness as well because their mum has? So again, it's accepting. So there's all these things that, illness, yes, physical and hidden, but actually when you're making a family, that might carry on depending on what type of illness you have. It can carry on into the next generation, and some people might not want that. And I tried to explain, when I was speaking to the fees, that I said to them that could happen with us. But actually my doctors have said that that's not actually the case. So alhamdulillah, that's quite good. But there are some illnesses that could go into their children, and then that means they
be transferred into the,
and then they get ill, and then they might think, oh my god, now I've got two people who are ill. I've got to look after two, not just a baby, but a baby who's unwell and a wife who's. So then, for men, they can easily go, oh yeah, okay, I can just find somebody else who won't give me all of that stress. But for us who have that, for girls who have that disability, because even for example, thyroid and all that could continues on, and diabetes and things like that. Somebody who doesn't want any of that.
These are the actually health issues. But I'm talking about even sometimes, for example, somebody who, when they got married, she was, for example, a girl, she was really slim. And after getting married, for any health issue or something, she put on weight. They'll just leave.
Exactly.
Literally little things. I don't know why guys can get so easy to decide about this, that's it. It's good to leave and find another one. But these things are from it's not that the person's fault. For example, if somebody put on weight,
but it could be like that person could have had so much stress, work stress, and that's putting. Because when you're stressed, some people put on weight because they eat a lot and because they're stressed. Or it could be they might be stressed, financial stress and things like that. Anything could cause reasons for putting on weight. Or it could be, again, you might just fall ill. Some people fall ill during their time being married that they can't help. They didn't plan that. They didn't get married going
some
fall ill.
Weight on because of after having a baby, baby, and then that's it. But these things shouldn't matter. If you found somebody, you chose somebody, and you got married, and you want to spend the life with the person. Now their goods and bads and whatever the person is, you should be,
And I think also it should be like the husband or wife, whoever. So say if it's the husband in this situation, the wife that's in a situation that's unwell, the husband and the in-laws should all be very supportive no matter what, and vice versa. If the husband's unwell, then the wife and his in-laws should all be supportive, because obviously in our culture, family and the in-laws has a big impact. There are the Gorea, there are some other cultures that it's just mainly husband and wife, and outside family don't really get involved. It's between them two. But in our culture, our in-laws and our family have a massive impact on how we see things, how marriages work out, because a lot of the time marriages might not work out because the in-laws are being an issue. whichever side, not less, whichever side it is, or extended family are causing problems, and then. But I think
and sometimes even if in-laws are not thinking about it, but the extended families will be taunting or saying things which will make them think and do something, they are right.
And then they start saying something to their daughter or son, going,
and that makes issues.
Whereas if people just don't get involved, I just think personally, if it's nothing to do with you, like for example, me having a baby's got nothing to do with anybody other than me and my husband, because they're the ones. Yes, obviously in-laws do, but if you telling me why you're not having a baby, it's not going to make me have a baby anytime quicker. Or my mum and dad saying to Nafis, oh, for God's sake, whatever it is, it's not going to make the situation any quicker or any better. If anything, it's going to cause more issues between the husband and wife, because they're going to start arguing, so why is your family saying this, or why is your family saying this? Then there's stress that has an impact on so many health issues.
We're just trying to say that be understanding and, all the situations, and however, if somebody has these issues, like if somebody's daughter or son got that kind of disability which can be handled by the other person, and then do think about them getting married. Don't think that, because of that, you shouldn't be, trying to make them get married or find the partner for them.
And you said this, Aunty said this to me actually. She said those who are in a marriage where the other person's unwell or has a physical disability or whatever it is, that Allah will give you so much reward for helping that, for being supported. So for example, Aunty in this situation, like I've got health issues and a face, both will get so much reward for looking after me when I am down, when I am really unwell. So
you can't even imagine that how much reward Allah will give you, because you've been understanding to the situation and to the person, and how kind you've been to the person, and gave them in a way after God a better life as well to live in this world. And always trust on Allah.
Maybe that could be like
and that reward could be even like we can get in this life. Like she might be okay to get the children and stuff. Whatever the issue is, maybe she can come out of that situation or that illness or that hidden whoever. We're not talking about just us. That whoever has this issue, they might be get over that. Just because, and that is reward for you to be given by Allah, because you have been understanding and you helped the person, or you've been kind to the person, and and
I think that's like a little motivation to kind of think of maybe going into a marriage, or if you think, or if you already know this person's unwell, actually doing it for the sake of Allah, you're helping.
And for example, if we just take it as like somebody's son got married to the person who can't have kids, just because you knew and you still had that happen, and God will give you reward. You never know. Allah is kun fayakun. Whatever Allah says, it happens. So that reward is for you. That person's gonna have the kids. No matter.
I've heard of stories actually.
It does happen. That magic happens. These मुआजिज़े इनको बोलते हैं. ये मुआजिज़ात होते हैं कि अल्लाह ताला खुश हो के उस पर्सन से उसको मतलब रिवॉर्ड इस तरह का देता है कि जिस चीज की कमी होती है इंसान को, वो कमी अल्लाह ताला की ज़ात पूरी कर देती है.
And I think it's because they both husband and wife had more patience in that situation. They both trusted in Allah that whatever would happen.
Because you never know that if you had the right, meaning the person who wasn't ill or who didn't have any issue, but from God, that is planned that they're not gonna have. For example, we're talking about children, that person is still not gonna have the children. You never know. Even you think that just because you rejected some person. Because of that reason that you might not be able to have the kids in your life. So the person you actually got married to, Allah given you punishment for that reason that you rejected the person. But what about if I don't give you children. It's Allah's decision, it's
Yeah.
Allah's plan, Allah's, whatever Allah wants could happen. So we should be always open-minded about these things and trust on Allah.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
whatever happens it happens for a reason. So
yeah, and I think that's also like a good motivation to kind of be a good person. If you're going to help the poor, help the sick, ill people, all of these things, you get so much barakah. Is it barakah?
Yeah.
For doing all of that. And it's even things like, when you give charity, you will get given, because you're helping those who are less fortunate, helping those who are suffering. Allah will reward you 10 times more, whether that be in money, finance, or in something else. It doesn't, because I think people think, if I give £10, I'm going to get £100 back. But it could be in something else
that's
get
right. Yeah.
£100 back in.
Yeah.
It's been 25 minutes, by the way.
Okay.
But no, but yeah. So like I was saying, so if we give, even if you give 1%, Allah will give you 10% back. Yeah. I'll say
So
this.
we always just basically trust on Allah. Whatever Allah plans for us, we should be. सबर के साथ हमें सब करना चाहिए. जो भी है सबर हमारे साथ है. सदकात देते रहना चाहिए. और अल्लाह जो.
Oh, do you know what, actually, just before we finish, I was teaching in RE to my year sixes about how does religion promote peace in how does religion promote peace? And we were looking at Islam, Hinduism, and Christianity. And there's one girl at the end of the term, we had a debate, so the children had to say, does the religion in all three of them, which religion promotes more peace, which religion causes conflict, and they had to have a debate. So the children were having this debate, and there's one girl goes, in Islam, zakat, zakat is charity, which is helping the poor, helping the less fortunate, helping those who are unwell, and things like that, giving money, and that's their way of showing peace and kindness to the world. And I was thinking, that's so cute. But then she was like, zakat is one of the... Because then we learned about the 5 pillars of Islam and things like that. And it was nice that she used that, because obviously peace can be seen in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be just peace as in calmness and things. It can be charity. Us following the 5 pillars of Islam is to have a peaceful life. If we follow all 5, we do everything.
That's so nice of her.
But she said that. It was really sweet.
Shall we repeat this?
Oh yeah, let's repeat. Well, I think what we should do is do a part 2 of this. Because,
inshallah.
Yeah, so next episode we'll do a part 2 and we could talk a bit more about it as well. But we're going to end this episode on our quote again, which is, Allah is the most merciful. He is always ready to forgive us. We just need to ask for forgiveness properly and pray to him. So if any of you out there think, maybe you've done someone wrong or anything like
just
that.
Just ask for forgiveness and Allah will forgive you.
Yes.
And also you can ask for whatever you want.
Whatever. Don't ask for the new makeup that's come out, because that's silly. Ask for something that's going to benefit your life. Because when I was a kid, I used to be like, please, I really want this toy. Allah, please, can I have this toy? But as a child, you would
you would do that anyway. But anyway, just ask Allah.
Yes.
And we need to finish with that.
Yes, we keep forgetting the word. So if you've got this far, then comment.
Understanding?
Yeah.
Understanding.
Comment understanding below. Please make sure you do, because then we can see who's actually got this far.
And please do give us feedback and also do subscribe. We can do a bit more with your support.
Yes.
And we can't do nothing without your support. Our intention is to spread the positivity and we only can do it
positivity come back to us.
Inshallah.
And also we just realised we hit 300 subscribers, so thank you to all of our new subscribers for joining and listening in. We hope you are enjoying.
And also whoever commented us in the past episodes, thank you so much. Yes. We do really appreciate that.
Yes, makes us so happy. But anyway, thank you for joining.
Thank you, Allah Hafiz.